I'm extremely excited. I've worked with 13FOREST for the last 3 years, and they finally invited me or asked me to have an exhibition. I was like, moving back to Maine has definitely impacted my artwork and my creative process as well. Just the pace of life here in more of a rural setting has adjusted the way that I work, the amount of time that I spend working on my paintings as well. Like, I'm physically able to slow down, spend more time and not feel nearly as rushed or constrained, and I'm able to focus more on those paintings and like the meaning behind them. Previously, the last few years, my work has been really focused on my own experiences as a queer person, as somebody who struggles with mental health issues. So with this, I kind of wanted to switch gears and do work that was actually more invigorating for my soul, and that kind of ended up being doing portraits of people that I love and the things around me that actually make me happy, and especially painting other queer people in ways that I felt like I hadn't seen represented. And it's been nice to like pause and spend hours a day doing this work that takes me away from how awful everything is, but feels empowering still. Each painting, I was really thinking about like the subject and my relationship with them. You don't often have times where you're just kind of like meditating on those things, and painting gives me that. So the process is definitely different for each painting. I typically like to work from photographs. So each subject I like to photograph myself, and I like to photograph them sort of authentically in a moment. Working from those photographs, I like to strip away outside factors to sort of really focus in on the subjects and make them feel like the highlight. I would say a third to half of the paintings in this exhibition are gouache, which is actually something new for me. I have a background in oil painting pretty exclusively, and I wanted something that felt quicker and more immediate and was just less of a hassle than oil paint. So I kind of approached painting with gouache like I do with oil, and I think that created an interesting effect with gouache opposed to approaching it like a watercolorist would. I like to get very over wordy with titles. Narrowing it down to just a word like closer, that held a lot of meaning in terms of being closer to the people in my life and the people in the paintings in this exhibition, as well as trying to create a sense of like physical intimacy with the subjects as well, especially during a time where we're 6 feet apart and you can't have physical intimacy, and it's really jarring and I think affecting a lot of people's mental health. Trying to like create that in paintings and work around it too, I think is kind of like all infused in that word.